Greetings of the day, students. Hope you all are doing good. So today we will be dealing with trigonometrical identities. My name again is Pulkit Agarwal. We are learning over here class 10 mathematics, and the portion we are dealing with is trigonometry for class 10, and the main coursework will be from the NCERT book. You all can follow our channel. We'll be uploading the videos at 2 Gyanam. This is our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, then share, then subscribe. And for further updates, if you are liking the videos, hit the bell icon. Obviously, I would be not that good. Let's make it a drawing class. Hit the bell icon for sure for further updates. Okay. So, we'll be dealing with the most important chapter, trigonometrical identities. This chapter will be extended towards in your class 11, in your class 12. So, make sure the base is very clear. And as the base will be clear, you will be enjoying the classes for 11 and 12 also. Because most students get irritated with the subject trigonometry in class 11 because of this chapter in class 10. And if you are good with this chapter, then you will enjoy trigonometry in class 11. Just you have to know all the identities in your fingerprints, and you will be good to go. Obviously, to remember everything, you have to practice. And for practice, first click over the NCERT book, complete it, then move towards to RS for CBSE students, and for ML for ICSE students. ICSE and ISC for 11. So look forward and practice as much as you can after clearing the NCERT book, because NCERT has been applied for ISC schools also and ICSE also. So better you practice it once. But for CBSE it's permanent. So practicing NCERT would be the most important thing. Okay. So moving on further with the chapter. Obviously what will be required, we can shift the page a bit lower because we don't require all these things. So starting from here, the first formula we are dealing with is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. These are the three basic squared formulas. Obviously this can be twisted like this: cos square theta equals to 1 minus sine square theta. This is derived from this. Or sine square theta equals to 1 minus cos square theta. You have to be pretty sure that you have to use it significantly. Don't say that I know this formula. You have to know this and this simultaneously. For this you can know another formula, that is sec square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. 1 plus tan square theta. And for cosec it will be cosec square theta equals to 1 plus cot square theta. Using it for sec only, that will be sec square theta minus 1 is equals to tan square theta. And same applies for cot. That will be, will I get a space? Yes. Cosec square theta minus 1 equals to cot square theta. So these are all the formulas derived from these three formulas. So these three are the blue chips, and these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will circle it so you can see it clearly, 5, 6, these all 6 are derived from these three blue chips. So obviously these are also required. So see, over here first formula is here, second formula is here. Moving on to the next page. This is the third formula. Okay, so these all the formulas are required. Now moving on to more further formulas, that is opposite formulas, and that are firstly sin theta into cosec theta is equals to 1. This will be required. Sec theta into cos theta equals to 1 will be required. Tan theta into cot theta equals to 1 will be required. So these all the formulas will be required. You have to look into it very carefully. Okay, moving on further, obviously you can twist it. Sin theta equals to 1 by cosec theta, that will not be an issue, I think so. So moving on further, we'll deal with the sums. Okay, we will be dealing with the sums, and we'll be dealing with each and every example in this video. So looking further with example 12, we will look into example 12. Express cos A, tan A, sec A in terms of sin A. This is a very important topic to be understand. Why are we expressing all the trigonometric terms in the terms of sin A? In the book it is given cos, tan and sec. I will be dealing with cosec and cot also for your perfect clearance. Okay, this is the most important sum to be dealt with every student. Obviously this will maybe or may not be asked to you in the examination, but you should know this. Okay, so first of all they are saying write, express the ratio of cos A in terms of sin A, in terms of sin A. So first of all we can do it like this, like cos A, we know that cos square A equals to 1 minus sin square A. We know this pretty sure from the previous formula. Okay, so cos A will be square root of 1 minus sin square A. This will be positive only because we don't use negative values. So if we are looking it into very carefully, we are asked to express cos A. We are writing it cos A, but the language is in sin A. Look into it very carefully. We are expressing cos A in terms of sin A. Now, how can you write tan A? Tan A is equals to sin A by cos A, but we have to express it in terms of sin A. So we can write cos A as square root of 1 minus sin square A. So this is basically tan A. Look into it very carefully. This is basically tan A, but the language is sin A. Moving on with sec A. This would be a bit tougher call, but yeah, we can do it. Sec A is 1 by cos A. Sorry, writing it as theta. Cos A, and cos A we have derived it as 1 minus sin square A square root. So I think so you would be clear with this. So we have expressed cos A in terms of sin A, tan A in terms of sin A, sec A in terms of sin A. Now we'll move further with cosec and cot. The most easiest of all is cosec A in terms of sin A. We can reverse it, so it will not be a tedious job. Moving on further with the last one, cot A. Cot A is equals to cos A by sin A. I am doing it this way because so that you can look everything in one page. Cos A by sin A. So cos A is 1 minus sin square A, and sin A will be as sin A. So all these answers are of all the trigonometric terms, but represent only in the language of sin A. Anything left out? I think so no. I think so yes. Yeah, this would be better. See, we have 1. The first one is this 1. The second one is this 2. Then this is 3. Then this is 4. Then this is 5. Means every term in trigonometry, every ratio in trigonometry has been expressed as sin A. Okay, so I think so your homework will be to solve it for cos A, for sec A, for tan A, for cot A, for cosec A. Means you have to convert all the trigonometric ratios. You have a chart for this also. I will provide you with this chart, but since as an aspirant you should first try with yourself also. If in case you need it, you can ping me on my YouTube channel. I will definitely reply for this. This is very important. Students should look into it. Like you can see the answers over here. See this answer. See, there is written y. The y means that we don't accept negative values. There is a reason that you will understand in class 11, that is that we are dealing with 0 to 90 degree, and 0 to 90 degree have all positive values. Moving on further in class 11, we will include the whole circle, and after that there will be a partition of these things: second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant, where you will be dealing with this is only being positive, बाकी सब में changes है. That will be dealt in class 11. So y is not for you. Tan A equals to sin A by cos A, we have done with this. Sec A equals to 1 by cos A, we have done with this. After that we have done two more things. This is the number 1, we have done it, and number 2, we have done it. Okay, moving on further. The question says 30 number. We are dealing with the sum 30 number. Okay, we'll write the sum first over here. It is given as sec A 1 minus sin A sec A plus tan A, and I think so I have not written a plus over here due to tan, and we have to prove that it is equals to 1. So obviously we'll pick up the LHS part. Sec A 1 minus sin A into sec A plus tan A. Okay, we have written the LHS part perfectly. Now what a student can think over with the sum deals upon the student's brain, how much he or she is active with it. Okay, there are many methods to solve it. You can multiply these two terms, you can multiply these two terms, you can multiply this term with this also. So you have three options to do it. Rather than, if you look into it, this, the third term looks a complete package, sec A plus tan A, but this and this term looks like incomplete for me. So what we'll do, we'll put this sec A into this part. So we'll be multiplying basically this and this. We'll be not dealing with the others. We will multiply this and this. So what will be sec A minus sin A? If we into it, this will become as this. This will look like this. Sec A into 1 is sec A. Sec A into sin A is sec A sin A. We can't define it now. We'll define it in the next line or next step. Look into it very carefully. This will become sec A as it is. This will become sin A by cos A, because sec A is opposite of cos A. So see, you are dealing with every aspect of it. Just now we have used a step that sec A is equals to 1 by cos A. Now sin A by cos A is what? Sin A by cos A is tan A. This will remain intact as it is. We will not shadowfine it. Now this is A. Let us understand that A, and this is B. So this is A minus B. So this will be A plus B, and A minus B into A plus B gives me A square minus B square. I think so you all are pretty clear with your basics prelims. And this is a formula where this is equals to 1. This is equals to RHS, hence proved. Okay. So this is the way you solve a sum. Looking into it patiently, what is the sum demanding to you and what you have to do. Like, let's see the solution of NCERT. What has NCERT done? First, they have converted sec A into 1 by cos A. That is perfect. They have not shadowfined this. That is perfect. They have opened it in a form. They have opened it. Okay, this could be done. See, I told you there are many ways to solve a sum in trigonometry especially. So the way NCERT has solved is not wrong. The way you are solving is also not wrong. The way I am solving is also not wrong. So the next step, they have multiplied 1 minus sin A over here. Okay. So after this step, what have they done? They have taken the LCM, 1 plus sin A by cos A. They have removed that step. Okay. After taking that step, they have multiplied this and this step, the numerator part, and they have written as 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. And there is denominator cos A over here and one denominator cos A over here, so they have made it cos square A. After that, A minus B, A plus B, 1 minus sin square A. 1 minus sine square a is cos square a. This is cos square a. Both are deducted and it gives me 1. So basically you all are seeing we have two ways to solve a sum. Now you can use another way also. You can multiply this part. You can multiply this part with this and then multiply this part with the whole of the solved part this. So you'll get another part of the sums. But the answer will always appear to be 1. If it doesn't appear 1, that means you are doing something wrong. Simple as that. Okay, this is clear to you. Moving on further with the next sums, we have to do one work, that is to clear off the page. Because every sum will take one page at least. Because my copy is not that big. So up till then, look into the NCERT sums also. Obviously, sometimes you would be looking like NCERT has done a bit easier. Obviously, you can use that. No issues. It's not that you feel offended that if I am doing my way, it's not that easy. Take it as a positive way. Take it as a learner way. You want to do it everything easily and make sure that you are doing it correct. Easy doesn't mean wrong. Easy means making your mind fresh. Don't make it haphazard by doing a difficult sum. Now it is given as cot A minus cos A by cot A plus cos A gives me cosec A minus 1 by cosec A plus 1. I think so this would be a very stupid sum, but we have to solve it anyhow. Can't help it. Let's do with it. We will take the LHS part. We can write it as cos A by sin A for the cot A, and we'll keep cos A intact. The first rule for trigonometry, which till now I haven't said you, that we can write tan A and cot A in this form in maximum of the cases. Like cot A and tan A are to be open to cos A and sin A. This thing has been done by NCERT book according to the rule. They say that open tan A in always in the form of sin A by cos A and cot A in the form of cos A by sin A, because that is a very basic step. So you should open. If it not required, you should not open. Like in the last sum, I solved it without opening it. You can solve it with opening it. Okay, sorry. Moving on further, I think so I've written something wrong. This will be cos A. Now, if you are looking at it very carefully, cos A can be taken common in both the parts. This is plus. If we take cos A common in the numerator, it gives me 1 by sin A minus 1, and in the denominator it gives me cos A 1 by sin A plus 1. Okay, I think so you would be clear with this. Now, taking our brains very fast, cos A and cos K can be cancelled. So we can write 1 by sin A as cosec A minus 1 cosec A plus 1, and that gives me my RHS, hence proved. So this is a very easy sum. So let us look at how has the NCERT book solved it. They have solved it the same way. You can solve it by this way. This is the most easiest way. So don't take it very towards your brain key. You should be affluent with another way also. You can solve it with another way, but it's not required. So don't get into that messy part. We'll look into the another sums. 15 number, it's VVIP. Okay. So first let me clear this off. Till then you can copy the question. Don't waste time. Every second is important. Yeah. Prove that sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 is equals to 1 by sec theta minus tan theta. This is the question using the identity sec square theta is equals to 1 plus tan square. Okay, so looking into the sum, what should we do with the sum? We have to deal with it. And how we will deal with it? Let's see. What can be done? Let's take the LHS part. It is given as sine theta minus cos theta plus 1 by sine theta plus cos theta minus 1, and they have instructed us to use this identity. So first of all, we have to convert it into this identity, and converting it into this identity would be very helpful when we divide numerator and denominator by cos theta. Dividing numerator, obviously you would be writing full, by cos theta. So this will give me, I will take a bigger step, sine theta by cos theta minus 1, I am writing it directly, 1 by cos theta sine theta by cos theta plus 1 minus 1 by cos theta. Till this part you would be clear with it. Obviously I would be writing like this over here, so I will not waste a line. That will count to sine theta by cos theta is tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta divided by tan theta plus 1 minus sec theta. We have done till here. Till here, this is very important. After this, we will take a trickier step. Now we will get into how to use a trick. Before using a trick, you should be clear that how you are using the trick. That is most important thing. If you are not clear with how you are using the trick, then you will be stuck into it. So how we will be using it, we'll look into the next page. Obviously, you will not be seeing a solution over here. That would be very helpful for me. That is tan theta plus sec theta. Obviously, I have written it in the earlier part. Now we have a minus 1 over here. We can look into the last page. We have a minus 1 over here. See, there is a minus 1 over here. So what we will do with this minus 1? What we will do with this minus 1? We will break it into a formula, and that formula is sec square theta minus 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. And what we will do? We will not touch the denominator part. We'll keep the denominator part as it is. See, we'll keep the denominator part as it is. Tan theta plus 1 minus sec theta. We'll not touch it. Look into it very carefully. What I have done, I have written tan theta plus sec theta, and I have breaken 1 into the formula of sec square theta minus tan square theta. After breaking it, we have seen that tan theta minus sec theta plus 1 in the denominator part remains the same. We will not touch it. Now, let's use our brains of class 7 and 8. This will be written as sec theta minus tan theta into sec theta plus tan theta, a square minus b square. Now we can break this equals to, because I have written it in a very wrong place. This will be in the middle. And the denominator part will stay as it is again. Now, if you are looking into the sum very carefully, the numerator part has a common. These two are same. So we will take a common over here. Now, what are we left out with? 1 and this part. So if we write this part, sec theta will be negative and tan theta will become positive. And in the denominator, we'll write it as tan theta minus sec theta plus 1 as it is. Now, there is a work for your choice. 1 is positive, 1 is positive. Sec is negative, sec is negative. Tan is positive, tan is positive. So this and this term will cancel off because they both are same. So we are left out with sec theta plus tan theta. And looking into the last page, we have to prove that it is sec theta 1 by sec theta minus tan theta. So we have to do one more thing, that is to extend the sum, or we can do it here only. We can take RHS. Now RHS is given as 1 by sec theta minus tan theta into rationalization wala part karenge. Obviously that is not into rationalization, but we have to do it. We will multiply numerator and denominator by sec theta plus tan theta. Now student would be asking, Why are you writing this, sir? First of all, multiplying numerator and denominator by the same term will not affect my answer, so I am not writing anything wrong. Okay. Next thing, if I am writing this, this will be helpful because there will be a formula over here that will be into the next step. So numerator part will remain as intact and the denominator part remains what? A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, and the numerator part will be as it is, 1 into sec theta plus tan theta is sec theta plus tan theta. Now this is equals to 1, so we are left out with sec theta plus tan theta, and this is equals to LHS. So basically proved. So look into this sum very carefully. I would move the page a bit up so that you can solve it clearly, because my face would be coming here. See, so this sum is a kind of very important sum. The reason behind its importance is that this sum can be asked in your exam. Secondly, it is a trickier sum. Thirdly, it has been asked in many more previous papers. So mark it as very important. Okay, mark it as very important for your exams. Okay. So we have completed the examples. Now we'll move into the exercise. What we can do with the exercise? We can solve particular sums and we will next day deal with it in the next video. We'll not do the sums over here. We'll do the sums in the next video. Till then, you all can look into it and solve by yourself. Otherwise, in the next video, you can get yourself help out by looking at the video, by the next video. Okay. So thank you for now. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, enjoy your day and study well. And study with learning, not with only doing it. Bye. Thank you.